Hello, collective. I am here to do another new moon reading. We in a new moon under Taurus and Gemini. I think we come out here. Thank you. Now that we will see. Jesus, angels, spirit guides over the heart of light that walk in every day. You need clear, accurate, concise message from the collective. That you want them to know, see, understand, do change. Got to be a change agent for. Angel might protect me as I chop this energy by any interference that will stop me from giving this clear, accurate, concise message. Thank you. What y'all want to know? Let's see what's popping off in the collective right quick. Hold up. Yeah, y'all can see better like this. Stuff around. Alright. Let's see what y'all got. I'm going to start off with some tarot. What is it that you want for them to know and understand? Show me where I'm going with this. Under the new moon, of course, you bring in new energy. You solidify new things. That's what you like. You plan, you put into place, perspective, action, because we know that all of the thought without the action is just that. So what new things should you be implementing or whatever in order to take advantage of where the energy is right now? If you don't know, this specific time is high energy to manifest whatever. I got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Why is y'all collective readings always like this? The Hermit in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. Are this whole deck in reverse? No, it's not. If this is y'all spread, I'm gonna put these back. I got the Justice in reverse, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Wands upright. I'm gonna put them back. Let's see. Can I get a clear, accurate, concise message? I want a 5-card spread, please. I only want 3 more cards. I have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and I have the Hermit in reverse. What do you want me to tell my collective regarding this energy? Can I get 3 more cards only, please? 7 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Swords. 9 of Wands in reverse. I've never had a reading like this before. And a Page of Wands upright. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Strength. Oh, man. It looks like the collective is at a point where you guys are experiencing unhappy things. Some of y'all is at a point in y'all life where you're experiencing just probably the complete opposite of what you would like to experience. In the love matters of the heart, and either it's being seen by other people or you're expressing it to other people, which you should be going within. This is showing me that you should be taking all of the things that you are learning and internalizing these things so you can learn from it. You have to go through the process of refining your heart through the things that you experience so you can learn from it, not going outside and expressing all of these things to the outside people, and you're not in return in opposite of parenting your inner child. Your inner child is left alone because you are engaging wrongly with other people regarding your personal experiences, and that's not going to help you. Some of y'all have seen the betrayals happen and how grand of a scheme of things it is, and it's just kind of like, it's weird for some of y'all that's going through stuff that's happening all around. I'm seeing the 9 of Wands in reverse. So I guess a lot of y'all have been feeling burdened about a lot of stuff, and before it got there, y'all just wanted to stop right and drop where it was at and just go on a new journey and think you're gonna end up somewhere, and but that's not gonna end you nowhere but in the hole. So it's looking like some relationships, like basically you trying to call it quits on something and just go to something else and thinking it's gonna yield you a good result, and that shit is gonna end you in a negative, like your motherfucking bank account. Like, no, don't do that. You're supposed to go and heal. Don't think that y'all could keep dropping stuff and just go on to the next, moving on to the next, and thinking you going to a new journey, like with a new person, it's just gonna be like voila, like it's no. You have to heal the shit that you're fucked up from, not the thing that you think people put on you, but really healing your inner child. Like, go within and get your shit together for you. Have the strength to persevere in your own life, because you already know what's up. Like, you know what's going on with you, that you keep on running from your reality because you think that it's something wrong with other people, and you're going to outside people and you're putting it off on them, or you're expressing it to other people, and then y'all all validating each other like, oh yeah, this is what happened, the motherfuckers ain't shit, blah blah blah. No, everybody ain't shit until you are. Until you go on the journey to success of within your own self and find your own inner star. What is this? Yeah, because yeah, a lot of people are going off are basing how y'all moving based off what other people telling y'all to do, and y'all should just stop, because a lot of people don't have no moral compass. People don't even know who they are. People ain't went down no spiritual path to find themselves, so they don't have a solid foundation to tell you nothing. They don't have nothing. The ace of, what is this? They telling your lies. People don't even know shit, and y'all going steady talking to people thinking they can help you with your problems. Negative. Then you going to another motherfucker and getting in relation with them thinking they're going to solve your problems, and get mad at them and then go dog them to the next person because they ain't do quote unquote right by you, and you don't even know what to do right by yourself because you don't know yourself. Learn yourself. I'm going into, okay, you know what? I'm going to leave this spread out because I want to know. I'm about to dig and get a little nosy. I'm leaving this just like this. Let's dig into the open heart, receptive empathy, and vulnerable. Okay, let's see what's to these cards. Okay, let's see what's in this energy. Some friend shit gonna come out. Relationship shit gonna come out. Motherfuckers be lying to you. So they selves first, and then they go get validation from somebody else. That's what's the problem with living with validation. Caring about what other people think about you more than you even not only care about what you think about yourself, but have a solid foundation of who you really are. But hey, all right, let's see what's up in here. Open heart. What is this Ace of Cups and this Hermit in reverse? This Ace of Cups in reverse and this Hermit in reverse. What do I need to know? What is this? What's going on right here? This is a good read. This is a new moon read. This shit feel like a full moon read. But the collective. Alright, y'all. And look, this don't got nothing to do with me. I'm reading the energy of who in my collective and who comes to me for insight. And this is what's in the energy. So y'all gotta take it how it comes. So let me give y'all a better visual so we can see what's going on here. It's a good read so far. Hopefully this, let's see what, let's take an interesting turn. What is this Ace of Cups in reverse? What is this? Broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. Like I said, Ace of Cups in reverse, heartbroken energy. And this, all I'm seeing is this little kid on this Hermit in reverse. This little kid just wanting a hug. The star in you, the brightness that was in you, that you knew who you was when you was a child, like that just shines just upside down, naked in the fucking fray, in the abyss. because you're too busy worried about the outside. You're too sensual. You're outside. Look, you know, no, it's time to turn this upside down. I know what I'm gonna ask. Like, okay, what's this Hermit in reverse? What's this Hermit in reverse? What's this? Clinging. It came upside down. Holding on, obsession, spying. What's this? Okay. You got people that's connected to you that don't mean you no good. Simple. And they exploiting you, and you don't know how they connected to you. Confessions. Unveiling, coming clean messages. I knew it was some friend shit. Like, whether it's friendship or relationship, like, it seemed like friends. Emotional storm, turmoils, unstable, affected. Yeah, it's some terrible relationships that going on. Whoever people sharing their stuff with, like not only the people, but the energy that the people partake in as a collective. Period. Okay, what's this Seven of Swords in reverse? This backstabbing energy that a lot of people know about, that's looking right over here at this stuff. What is this? What's this? Seven of Swords in reverse. What's going on? Beginnings, try again, new directions. I swear to God, I just said that. This shit's fake. Beginnings, try again, new direction, start over. Didn't I say you ain't gonna be able to start over and just think you finna just go on to something? Chemistry. Okay, right. Okay. Thinking you just gonna go into something new and your life is just gonna be so much better. They said no. Okay, that's not how it works. It said, so chemistry, attraction, spark, and passion fell on top of emotional storm. This shit is so ABCs. And then confusion came over here on top of uncertain, unclear, and unsure. Y'all are bonding with people and you don't know who you are. You're unstable creatures right here at this present time, because you don't even know what's going on inside of you. If I start talking about serotonin, dopamine, brain chemistry, how they connect with your vital organs, your organs, and how they contribute to your hormones, how it correlates with the food, with the weather, the energy that's going on, with the fluctuations of the moon, right? What planetary bodies are having a specific effects on us as humans on planet Earth. If I start talking like that and connecting it all, it should paint a specific kind of picture with you as you are connecting with people that's in your surroundings. But people so used to being hurt and numbed out, right? Being hurt, your nervous system in fucking shambles and super fired up, and then numbing them out with, hold on one second, and numbing them out with specific kinds of, whether it's drugs or certain kind of interactions, constant dopamine hits on the internet, or whatever it is that's causing all the instant gratification. You feel me? That is giving you false senses of security. Chakras. False senses of chemistry when you're connecting with other people. It's just like confusion. Everything is unclear because it's unstable, it's unsure. You know, it's not still waters. And so obviously, and I'm talking about, I'm seeing a lot of water and a lot of betrayal, right? So I'm talking to a lot of women. Get shows, please. And I'm talking to the men too, but people like to know why a lot. I just gave you a lot of background on the whys and hows, based on science, based on nature, based on just our physical reality, right? Chemistry. Learn yourself. I'm telling you. I got something. Oh man. As far as understanding yourself, go on that journey. Start to learn. Look for the answers, please. Because people are steady getting And it's creating a domino effect of lack. That's why we get into this. That's why, obviously, is I'm concerned and I have to deliver these messages right. It's creating a dynamic of lack physically. Not enough money floating around, circulating, not enough stable women who providing stable environments for children to thrive in, for y'all to both learn from each other, but you be a stable enough parent emotionally, not what it looked like, not what the Joneses, not what the shoes look like, not what whatever, but we talking about real stability. Even when shit get, you know, we know how life is. Life be lifing. But we talking about real stability, so the children, the things that are produced, are not in the negative upside down, but the seeds are planted and rooted appropriately to produce what's supposed to be. Y'all hear them wind chimes? That's, hey, look, that's confirmation. Okay, can I get one more? What's on this Nine of Wands in reverse? What's this? Confusion came up under it. It fell up under the Nine of Wands because, let's see, longing, craving, wanting, right? Because you want that connection. But the only way to have proper connection is to fix your synapses first. Fix your nervous system. Fix who you are. Obviously, I gotta break these things down, but you know, for the lack of time and space, you know, we are electromagnetic beings. On the inside of this flesh is a nervous system, and that is how you interact and react with the world around you. This is the last part of it, like the physical manifestation, because the thought is first, the emotions, and we have creation, right? Ourselves as we manifest in the flesh. A lot of stuff is not rooted and grounded appropriately based off the lies that have been taught to who we are, how we supposed to be, interact, whatever, all the things that have been given to us, versus us experiencing, being, doing our own research, adapting, right, seeing what works for us, and implementing change in any area of our lives that we see fit, not just going with the status quo. So now we have a bunch of people in confusion of who they are, because what we have been taught to integrate into our reality is just not fitting for our nervous system, for us as beings, for our children, the way we act, learn, behave, right? So we have to do those tweaks as we evolve, as we learn every day, you know, as we interact with one another. Fix your chemistry, okay? So your emotions can stabilize itself to create a new. I'm talking to women for some reason. So because we are attract, I seen attract somewhere, right on this chemistry card, attraction, because we attract our male counterparts. If you're unstable, what the fuck do you think that you're going to attract? And I ain't just talking about what you can purchase. I'm talking about the way that your emotions, your chemicals roll through your body. Are you aware of it? Now, people always talking about unstable creatures and what blah blah blah. You off. No, everybody is unique. We have different bloodlines. We have different things that get us going, different things that hinder us. Everybody different. Some of us have great resilience. Some of us are easily staggered and stopped, depending on who you are. Some things you got to learn to work through. Some things are your strengths. Some things are your weaknesses. Anything can be changed, adapted, you know, all of those things. But what I'm saying is, do you know where you at with it? You have any idea where you are at with it? Have you stopped and unplugged from the world long enough to figure out where you at with it? So you can put that work in. So you can know who you are, so you can become less confused, so you can become sure of yourself, certain, clear of understanding how you operate, so can't nobody use you against you. Okay, that takes energy, right? And that's what I'm seeing, this light bulb, like energy, it take that. And I'm seeing this longer because you're looking for something to plug into, and you the source. Fix your shit so you can know what's coming at you, or you can better decide what you're gonna let plug in. And I just talking about the darkness part of it, the dirty part of it, whatever. You know, I'm talking about that real shit. I'm talking about things that's going to illuminate certain paths in your life where you're not stuck and stagnant, where you can go farther than the eye can see. But that's what you're craving for, to be able to expand your connection with source. But you gotta get your chemistry stable first. Okay? Fix your heartbroken heart. Breaking point. Yeah, limit, final straw, overwhelm. Yeah, and then y'all stop, throw it up before we get to that breaking point, and then you go on a new journey, and then thinking it's gonna benefit you and it don't. What is this? Hopeless. Yeah, a lot of y'all are. Yeah, I see. Is it okay? So I'm seeing of all of the things that's happening, all the betrayal, the rejection, the abandonment, the dismissal. How you have to continue to adapt to that. That you're getting in relationships that you so want to be into. Stop that. Just unplug from that aspect and just learn yourself. Once you heal yourself, you're going to open up to different things, because everything that you're missing, you hopeless for, you're longing for, you're going to be able to fill the void once you connect with yourself. That's a lot to say without giving background, but that's why people got to get individual readings, because like I said, we are all different. Individual tap-ins, you feel me? We are all different. What you need to tap into and cultivate in your life and strengthen in your life may be different from somebody else. So it's not like that's why this is a collective reading. But I'm saying that people are having the same issues, and then it's coming out in our relationship. That's why a lot of women are jealous of each other. That's why women are in competition with each other, because that's our nature. But that's the animalistic portion of us. That's why evolution is so important. So you can grow out of that, so you can know, yeah, it's competitive as fuck, but you got to be competitive in your own right, which means what? Being able to take care of yourself. Being able to know things that it will take you farther, just you yourself, don't got nothing to do with being in a relationship, being put in on a pedestal based off a status that the world provides, like a wife, quote unquote. A wife is nothing if the wife cannot provide a stable home for her and her offspring by stabilizing her emotions and being grounded and being a stable thing for her and the husband, which you will have to center into your life, and you got to be strong enough to be able to do that. If y'all walking away right here, throwing the wands up right here right now, how you think you're gonna be in a marriage that is successful? Because you stopping and you giving up. You got to be able to do the work. That's the type of commitment that will show if you are prepared for a marriage, because you are willing to stop, do the work within your own life, and then you will be able to provide that for someone else at a greater scheme, because you will know what it takes to be able to change. And you will only be able to do that if you go in depth with yourself, and accept all the dynamics that come with that. That's what self-love is. Do that shit for yourself first, and then you'll be able to know who your friend is, because they gonna do it for themselves too. I can't trust nobody to do nothing for me that they ain't gonna do for themselves. Y'all better pay attention. And then you think because you buy somebody something, or you showing up for them and dropping your responsibilities to be for somebody else, that shows that you are worthy of, quote unquote, or what? For them to buy you something or show up or pose. Look, I bless God I can't relate at this specific time. Been there, understand, definitely get it. But I'm where I'm at right now because I'm here to give some advice. If this is calling you to tap in with yourself, then you should. Alright, what I got? It says clarifying love situations to help you make informed decisions. It's a sweet love tea. Let's see what's popping up. What advice do I want to give my collective? Even though I just gave a lot of advice, but that's from my perspective. What do the higher realm want to say about this matter? Even though I'm tapped in, I'm tapped the fuck in. What they want to say? That was too many. I don't want that. Can I get a clear, accurate, concise message? Can I get a 3-card spread, please? They said y'all let y'all breaking point, huh? So they want to happily, well, it says ever after having the fortitude to create. They said what you said. That's what they just told me. What you said. That's what this thing. This says having the fortitude, okay? The fortitude to create a lasting love. What this say? Long-term, all-in invest. That's why motherfuckers be broke, because people like to get rich quick, just like relationships. Relationships and getting money is slow and steady winning a motherfucking race. Slow and steady, long-term, all-in, and knowing when to invest to get the capital gains. You feel me? Having the fortitude to create. Fortitude means what? Homework. Go look up what fortitude means. And I'm not just talking, go look in the Webster's dictionary and go find it on the internet in the etymology. That is a tongue twister. I swear it is. And I only do it when I'm doing it on camera. I swear it never happens when I'm talking regularly. The etymologic dictionary. See the origin of the word fortitude, what it actually means, what language it came from. It'll give you some background of its history. Understand what fortitude means. You're giving up when you're supposed, y'all at your breaking point when it's time for you to break into yourself. It meaning learning yourself. What do you paying attention to yourself? That's when you can build a bond that can last. That's when it comes, when you don't even care, when you just so grateful to be alive, to be able to take it, to know how to take care of yourself in this crazy ass world, not being codependent, right? Knowing your worth, literally knowing your worth, knowing who you are from the inside out, who God made you to be, who you are without nobody telling you. That's what I'm talking about. And that's when you get connected with people who got them same morals and values, and that's when it's worth having. Okay, embrace change. I see two more people. I see two old people on the first card and two young people on this card. It says through challenges, true connection can journey, growth, shift. Through challenges, true connections can flourish. Am I talking to myself? I don't know. Maybe. I'm a part of it, so interesting. Okay, embrace change through challenge. And they done went through a whole adventure together. You feel me? He and she looking up. Like, finally we see the sun and he like, oh, I'm so glad this bitch ain't lose her man on me again. You feel me? Like, yeah. You feel me? Happy wife, happy life. That's what I'm talking about. And she was first on this one too. So I just got my own little perspective on life through learning the way that the world taught me, embracing that, and having to like bust out of that shit through my own living experiences. So yeah. I think I know what I know. What this says, sturdy support. This came out sideways, as y'all can see. Two people are on this card too, but I mean, most of people are not everybody is on two. You know, some of them because it's a love deck. But it says support. Same thing as fortitude. All right, build a strong foundation with combined effort. United, lasting, stable. This came in the sideways because I feel like this is going into understanding that we learn ourselves through our relationships. Yes, embrace the fact that things change and knowing when to let them go in certain kinds of relationships. Yes, I'm not telling you to stay in anything. I'm telling you that when things get to a breaking point in a specific kind of relationship, yes, know when to throw in the towel and learn you, not just go to another situation without doing the work on yourself. It takes time to understand what got you to that point, knowing yourself, paying attention to your own patterns and behaviors so you can be sturdy for the next thing. But don't go around breaking something else or whatever because you didn't choose to heal in between. And on the flip side, I'm saying that some people should be working through some things. You feel me? Knowing when to invest in certain kinds of situations. So this is going two different kind of ways. I'm feeling love in the air, but I'm also feeling love overall. I'm feeling a lot of self-love, but I'm also feeling knowing when to build and not when to throw in the towel too. Yeah, I'm feeling some sweet love. That's what the deck called. That's the energy it just brought. You feel me? So if it ain't sweet, then it ain't supposed to be you. If it's bringing out the worst in you, If it's betrayal after betrayal and you betraying yourself and you partaking in your own demise, then we got a problem. Okay? Alright. That's what I got for you under this new moon. If you want a personal, I may be available. If this was fitting for you to go deep, you should. And that's what it is. I said 3 cards, right? Yeah. Do I want... I'll give y'all a repair, evolution, growth card just to wrap it up. So you can exit with a word of like true advice, like for whomever this is for. Okay. What is it that this collective needs to do in order to repair what needs to be repaired, evolve, and grow? This was good. Better boundaries, communication. Okay. This is going into the first part of the reading. Some people need to know when to go within. Not telling people. That's why that Hermit was in reverse. Y'all talking to people, wrong people about y'all business. You shouldn't be talking to nobody about your business. You should know yourself better than anything and how you gonna handle something. Why you gotta have a conference call on what you got to do? How you need to handle your emotions. You're easily moved. Because that's all you gotta do is when you shattered and shut, you gotta call up everybody and tell them what moved you. You easy. You feel me? That's a boat easily rocks and loose lips sink ships. I'm not interested. I think that people need to have what this card said, better boundaries in communication. Okay? And that's communicating with anything. Better boundaries in communication. That's what you need to do to grow and evolve and do better. Have better boundaries in your communication. That means you talk too much. That's what that Hermit reverse is. You sharing deep shit about your inner child with motherfuckers that's gonna exploit you. That's gonna end you up to a fast track of nowhere. You feel me? You can know what to tell people. You ain't got to be closed off. But you have to know yourself in a way where you can share certain things. Where whatever you express to somebody, you could wear your shit on your sleeve. It ain't nothing to hide. You feel me? But know yourself deeper than what you talking about. Meaning you have had to resolve those things. Don't be telling people stuff to have them resolve your shit. You do the work. And then you can share certain kinds of insights and things that they should do, advice. Share advice from your perspective of things that you've learned. Don't think somebody's gonna come fix you unless what they're here to do, and you trust them to do those things because that's what they do. But you're all sharing the wrong shit. I seen on that Hermit in reverse, it was the kid that was upside down, you know, in the abyss with their brightness around them just a little bit, but it was surrounded in the darkness. And the staircase was upside down, and it was just like nothing. And this person is walking down a staircase as well. So it was interesting. Creating boundaries requires self-love and discipline. That's what this reading was about. Self-love and discipline, okay? And that's how you're going to get to those better relationships. That's all I see. Before you can create... I had some fruit before this. I was eating some kiwis. I had some seeds come out of my tea. Before you can be support, that's why this 30 support came in sideways. Before you can be support to somebody else, you gotta know how to stand on your own. Y'all some big little mamas out here looking for a daddy. You gonna get a daddy, you're not gonna get like, they're gonna treat like, anyway. Maybe a day for the podcast. Anyway, creating boundaries requires self-love and discipline. It's not about you shutting people out or being unkind, like I just said. See, I be so tapped in. But the cards come and say what I already done said. I didn't read this. I'm just reading it to you now. It's about you telling them you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are for your highest good. Let me read that again. Creating boundaries requires self-love and discipline. That's for sure. It's not about you shutting people out or being unkind. It is about you telling them you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are for your highest good. Clear communication is needed to keep your boundaries intact. Sometimes it feels weird for people, you know. But hey, this what you should be what you should be contemplating, manifesting from the energy of this new moon is here to give you the energy in order to facilitate these things. It's highlighting and showing, you know, what you need to go into. In the next 2 weeks, you'll have a full moon. It'll highlight some of the things maybe you need to let go, some of the things that you need to dive deeper into. But in order to bring forth the relationships that you're looking for, you gotta practice some self-love through understanding that you betray yourself before anybody else can betray you. All right, that was your message. I hope it was helpful. All right, peace.